most digital organizations, as a challenge, they have a concern that they can't really become adaptable or flexible, and they have concerns or challenges playing into the market conditions or the changing conditions around their organization. So this topic is about sustainable adaptability, which addresses the concern of being being flexible to changing conditions. Now, any digital strategy, it will be a combination of many measures, and one of the measures, or one of the controls or mechanisms that we use at the Volksbank to transform into a digital organization would be business capability maps. So I think business capabilities brings together a number of disciplines of business architecture as well as IT architecture. And of course, business and IT architects, if we can still keep the separation for now, we'll change that during the talk. But as long as they're separate, they have a different point of view on the same topic. And also, I mean, business capabilities or capability-based planning, etc. It was invented a long time ago. The subject matter keeps changing, apparently. That means there are many opinions out there. Of course, reason for debate. And a business capability, I'm sure that there are other definitions, and I'm sure there's reason for debate, but a pragmatic description of a business capability could be that it would be an ability of an organization with a clear purpose that provides value and helps achieving the strategic goals of that organization. So if you could establish a set of business capabilities geared towards fulfilling the strategy of that organization, so really mimicking what is needed for that strategy, then it could actually become a very effective and business-aligned business transformation, digital transformation. It's an interesting and a challenging job, by the way, because business capabilities is a logical construct, right? And if they want to be effective, you need to materialize that in the real world. If it's an ability, it's also about people and technology and all that kind of stuff. And in this view, which is on the screen right now, you can see that the business capability, I mean, there are many ways at which you can view or review a business capability, but there are a number of important facets or segments that I'd like to discuss here. So of course, a business capability should have a purpose and it should provide value. You can't see that here. But in order to do that, there is functionality and processes in place there, things that allow you to operate the business capability. Business capability is about providing processes so customers get value. Customers get a business account or something like that. You have a business capability which is sort of a domain, or it is demarcated by a domain that comprises people, processes, automation, and information as a single coherent unit. So, and it's on the bottom there. A business capability could be summarized as a coherent set of business processes managed by people responsible for a certain set of key or master information aided with automation. So when we had the product-centric approach, business processes end-to-end for a specific product were in control of the product silo, the product line. And we said, no, we want to stop that. We want to have a customer experience that is optimal. We want to deal with customers primarily. They should have the best ever experience they could wish for. Stop thinking in products and start thinking in customer experience. And once you do that, you need to decouple the product silos from the customers. And that's where we introduce the centralized business processes for customer interaction. And that will be a new component. Let me see, it's this one. A new component that will manage the customer interaction to the product change, customer change silos. Yep.
It's a bit of a hub.
It acts as a hub, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. And the last bit here that we should discuss is that you see that there is a new business capability established over there. So we have the capabilities offering products and services to customers, or offering products and services, but making that go into customers seamlessly. That is what happens here in these centralized customer interaction processes. I guess so, yes, because any business functionality, any process that you execute, sometimes it needs to talk to other parts of the organization, and that's where we interface. Sometimes with people and I know letters and the emails and stuff like that. or calls, but sometimes it's digitally communicated with interfaces, digital interfaces. And what we want to make sure is that across the landscape, which can have heterogeneous functionality, we want to have a uniform approach for integration. A uniform approach because once we standardize, we don't need to reinvent the wheel as often because we already know what an interface is. We also make sure that those interfaces are interoperable, which means that regardless of the functionality or the technology that we build them with, we can talk to them and we can choose other technologies if we see better fit for those. So it's very important that if we want to make business functions or business capabilities reusable, we make sure that they have interoperable, standardized interfaces.
Mm-hmm. To be able to reuse and to compose them then.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And the idea is then that any interface that we offer, it's indeed reusable. And if somebody needs to talk to a certain business capability, they can use the standardized interfaces.
Mm-hmm.